How memories form and how we lose them. Slow version. Think back to really vivid memory. Got it? Okay, now try to remember one you had for lunch 3 weeks ago. That second memory probably isn't as thorough. But why not? Why to remember some things and not others? And why do memories eventually fade? Let's look at how memories form in the first place. When you experience something like dialing a phone number, the experience is converted into a pulse of electrical energy that zips along a network for neurons. Information first lands in short-term memory, where it's available from anywhere from a few seconds to a couple of minutes. It's then transferred to long-term memory through areas such as hippocampus and finally to several storage regions across the brain. Neurons throughout the brain communicate at dedicated sites called synapses using specialized neurotransmitters. If two neurons communicate repeatedly, a remarkable thing happens. The efficiency of communication between them increases. This process, called long-term potentiation, is considered to be a mechanism by which memories are stored long-term. But how do some memories get lost? Age is one factor. As we get older, synapses begin to falter and weaken, affecting how easily we can retrieve memories. Scientists have several theories about what's behind this deterioration. From actual brain shrinkage, the hippocampus loses 5% of its neurons every decade, for a total loss of 20% by the time your age is old, to the drop in the production of neurotransmitters like acetylcholine, which is vital for learning and memory. These changes seem to affect how people retrieve the stored information. And it also affects our memory-making abilities. Memories are encouraged most strongly when we are paying attention, when we're deeply engaged, and when information is meaningful to us. Mental and physical health problems, which tend to increase as we age, interfere with our ability to pay attention, and thus act as memory thieves. Another leading cause of memory problems is chronic stress. When we are constantly overloaded with work and personal responsibility, our bodies are on hyper alert. This response has evolved from the physiological mechanism designed to make sure we can survive in a crisis. Stress chemicals help mobilize energy and increase alertness. However, with chronic stress, our bodies become flooded with these chemicals, resulting in a loss of brain cells and an inability to form new ones, which affect our ability to retain new information. Depression is another culprit. People who are depressed are 40% more likely to develop memory problems. Low levels of serotonin, a neurotransmitter connected to arousal, may make depressing individuals less attention to new information. Dwelling on sad events is the past, another symptom of depression. Make it difficult to pay attention to the present, affecting the ability to store short-term memories. Isolation, which is tied to depression, is another memory thief. A study by the Harvard School of Public Health found that older people with high level of social integration has a slower rate of memory decline over a 6-year period. The exact reason remains unclear, but experts suspect that social interaction gives our brain a mental workout. Just like the muscle strength, we have to use our brain or risk losing it. But don't despair. There are several steps you can take to aid your brain in preserving your memories. Make sure you keep physically active. Increased blood flow to the brain is helpful. And eat well. Your brain needs all the right nutrients to keep functioning correctly. And finally, give your brain a workout. Exposing your brain to challenges like learning a new language is one of the best defenses for keeping your memories intact. One more. Think back to really vivid memory. Got it? Okay, now try to remember one you had for lunch 3 weeks ago. That second memory probably is as strong. But why not? Why do we remember some things and not others? And why do memory eventually fade? Let's look at how memories form in the first place. When you experience something like dialing a phone number, the experience is converted into a pulse of electrical energy that zips along a network of neurons. Information first lands in short-term memory, where it's available for anywhere from a seconds to a couple of minutes. It's then transferred to long-term memory through areas such as hippocampus and finally to several storage regions across the memory. Neurons throughout the memory communicate at dedicated sites called synapses, using specialized neurotransmitters. If two neurons communicate repeatedly, a remarkable thing happens. The efficiency of communication between them increases. This process, called long-term potentiation, is considered to be a mechanism by which memory is strong long-term. But how does some memory get lost? Age is one factor. As we get older, synapses begin to fault and weaken, affecting how easily we can retrieve memories. Scientists have several theories about what's behind this deterioration. For actual brain experiences, the hippocampus loses 5% of neurons every decade, for a total loss of 20% by the time your age is old. To the drop in the production of neurotransmitters like acetylcholine, which is vital to learning and memory. These changes seem to affect how people retrieve storing memory. Age also affects our memory-making ability. Memories increase most strongly when we're paying attention, when we're deeply engaged, and when information is meaningful to us. Mental and physical health problems tend to increase our age, interfere with our ability to pay attention, and thus act as memory thieves. Another leading cause of memory problems is chronic stress. When we are constantly overloaded with work and personal responsibility, our bodies are on hyper alert. This response evolved from physiological mechanisms designed to make sure we can survive in a crisis. Stress chemicals help mobilize memories and increase alertness. However, with chronic stress, our bodies become flooded with this chemical, resulting in loss of brain cells and inability to form new ones, which affects our ability to retain information. Depression is another culprit. People who are depressed are 40% likely to develop memory problems. Low levels of serotonin, a neurotransmitter connected to our make depressed individuals less attention to new information. Dwelling on sad events in the past, another symptom of depression, make it difficult to pay attention to the present, affecting the ability to store short-term memories. Isolation, which is tied to depression, is another memory thief. A study by the Harvard School of Public Health found that older people with high level of social interaction has a slow rate of memory decline over a 6-year period. The exact reason is unclear, but experts suspect that social interaction give our brain a mental workout. Just like muscle stress, we have to use our brain or exclusive. But don't despair. There are several steps you can take to aid your brain to preserve your memories. Make sure you keep the physically active. Increasing blood flow to brain is helpful. And eat well. Your brain needs all the nutrients to keep functioning correctly. And finally, give your brain a workout. Exposing your brain to challenges like learning a new language is one of the best defenses for keeping your memories intact.